Hey, what's up, everybody? Currently, I muted my mic. Let me know in the comments if you can't hear me okay. Want to make sure everybody is able to hear me. Everybody okay to see me? It's been a really long weekend, and what's up, Dave? Thanks for joining, man. It's been a super long weekend, and I am a little tired, so be sure and shout out in the comments if my sound's not coming through or I'm not showing up well. We had a super busy weekend at something I do called Apple Cider Press. And shout out to all my Apple Cider Press people, anybody joining us from that event. It is awesome to have you guys, and I'm just grateful that you're here today. Man, I'm ready to get back into Monday. Just want to say publicly. Oh, man, thank you very much, Dave. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. It was a lot of fun to be there. Love Cider Press. And guys, I am so excited to be back rolling along. And today, on Columbus Day of all days, we are talking about, was Columbus Day a sham? Or is Columbus a sham, really? Okay, so we're not going to dwell actually on Columbus Day being a sham or Christopher Columbus being a bit of a sham. But, you know, we are talking about a guy that may be the greatest conman in history. I mean, let's think about it, really. He got the Spanish court as a non-Spaniard to pay for 3 trips that he never actually delivered on. I mean, that's conman class A, right? I mean, how did that even happen? How does that, how do you become that guy that you can get the Spanish court to pay for something even though you're not a Spaniard and never actually deliver on the promise? Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Well, that may be good business, Dave. You may be right about that one. Dave says that's just good business, and that's definitely possible. And by today's standards, I have no doubt that is good business, which almost is tragic. But checking my mail over here, you guys see me off. Hey, let me say in the comments, guys, if you want to ask your questions there in the Q&A portion of this, if you want to come on the stream live with me and ask questions during the Q&A, and it doesn't just have to be about today's show, then there is a link in the description of both Facebook and YouTube where you can click on that link and fill out a form. That way we protect your email address, and I will get a notification which will let me invite you to the stream during our Q&A portion if you want to join us. So check that out if that's your thing, because we will get to the Q&A portion later. Columbus is a fraud, Dave. That's a valid question. Why is Columbus a fraud? Well, he set out to find a quicker route to Asia. That was the original intent of it. In fact, he didn't even land in America, like North American continent, technically. He landed in the Caribbean. So that's why he's a fraud. He gets this whole day, and I know some people dispute the day, and I'm not going to get into Indigenous Person Day versus Columbus Day versus all that nonsense. But he gets, he was a bit off. He gets credit for discovering North America, but realistically, let's give credit where credit is due. Lief Ericsson landed in the United States, in North America, a good several hundred years before. I mean, let's see if I did my research right. I don't think I actually put a number. I want to say it's 500 years off, and you guys can Google check me on that one. But Lief Ericsson hit the North American continent over 500 years before Columbus. But we don't celebrate Lief Ericsson Day. In fact, there was actually a debate about that at one point, whether we should do that. And I think it's kind of funny. But, you know, we celebrate heroes. We like our heroes. We like Columbus. I like Lief Ericsson just because he's got a better hairdo than Columbus did. But we like heroes. We like really big stories. I mean, that's why we have the whole Marvel universe, right? If you're a Marvel fan, be sure and shout out in the comments, guys. Show Marvel some love, because I love Marvel movies. My kids love Marvel movies too. And we like our excited heroes. We like the big stories. And Infamous is almost better than Famous, which is kind of strange, but it's true. But are they really worth all the hype? Well, we're going to talk about that. So let's get into it.
Be better tomorrow because of what you do today.
Guys, it's just amazing how much we like our heroes. We build shrines to them. We worship these people. And what we define it as a hero sometimes is a little disingenuous, honestly, to the proper credit of what they deserve. But while Columbus may get the credit, we recognize him as a hero. We recognize him as someone who stands out in history. And I'm using the term hero loosely there because, okay, there are a lot of people who don't like Columbus. But we recognize that. We recognize people who achieve incredible feats, impressive things. And so, let me share a couple with you because I actually prepared for today. So this guy, does anybody know who this guy is? I won't play this game too long here, but this is Marco Polo, or a artwork of Marco Polo. Marco Polo was an Italian explorer, navigator, and he's known for his travels and expeditions. You can see in the background there's a little bit of a map talking about Marco Polo's travels. Now he's been reduced to a pool game for kids, but hey, we recognize Marco Polo. How about this guy, Columbus? We've already talked about him a little bit, right? And I won't go too deep farther into Columbus, but what about this guy? You like this work of art? Now, this is a work of art because when this guy lived, we didn't take pictures. But this is I think, a generous rendering of Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan may be infamous and he may be famous. It depends on how you want to look at history. The guy single-handedly, meaning single-handedly with his army. Yeah, it kind of looks like Thor in this picture, right? It's an Asian Thor. The guy single-handedly led and rallied his nation and unified it and built one of the biggest empires in the history of the world. Now, depending on the conservative estimates you look at, he slaughtered somewhere between 4 million and 73 million people to accomplish that. Like I said, infamous, sometimes better in our day and age, right? Genghis Khan built one of the biggest empires, top 3 in the world. It was incredible, the landmass they did. What about, I went too far. Nope, I didn't. I didn't put a picture of the next one. Sad. I was going to show you guys a picture of George S. Patton. Patton is a little more modern than the rest of my examples today, but Patton is one of the most famous generals in all of history, guys. George S. Patton became very famous during World War II and led the Allied forces, specifically in liberating Germany and liberating Auschwitz, a place that we all know is just a horrific place. So, we recognize these names, but I do want to share with you this next one. Can you tell me who? I clicked off it. So many screens. Does anybody know who these guys are? Patton slapped a soldier who had shell shock. People got ticked about that. That is true. He did. He was not a gentle man sometimes, but war is not a gentle time. Does anybody know who these guys are? We know the name Patton. We know the name Genghis Khan. We know Christopher Columbus. But these guys, you should all love them. Anything? Anyone want to throw in on this? Well, let me show you who these guys are, please, because these guys, they're important. Sir John Harington created the first ever flushing toilet. And Joseph Gaiety created modern toilet paper down to the point, like production toilet paper, down to the point where he included aloe vera built in. It wasn't Huggies or Charmin who came up with it, guys. This dude lived years ago and came up with toilet paper on a roll, production-wise, that helped fight hemorrhoids and was gentler on your derriere. And we are all grateful for John Harington creating the flushable toilet, which would originally handle about 25 people before they had to flush it. And it took 7.5 gallons to flush from a cistern in the room above you. Right? Why don't we know these people? Now, guys, get it out and get it in early. It's Manly Monday, right? And I love to give stuff away. So be sure and type hashtag Manly Monday in the comments if you want to be entered for our drawing. A little bit later, guys, I will be giving away one of these bad boys. If you haven't seen our mugs, up until now, I've only put a picture on here. You guys have seen this one if you joined our stream before. Manly Monday, hashtag Manly Monday. Well, here it is, live and in person, guys. It looks just like the picture. See? I don't do false advertising. And if you want a chance to win your mug, to hashtag Manly Monday for a drawing later in today's show. Now, we're programmed to love heroes, guys. We adore our heroes. We have, like I said, Marvel Studios, right? Marvel is raking in the dough to the fact that we just like heroes. We like to immortalize them. We like to put up statues. We like to put up paintings. We just like to immortalize our heroes. We're programmed to understand and think, hey, these people are better and are beyond our capabilities, and we should look up to them. And we enshrine all kinds of people as heroes, right? Sometimes we come up with heroes being sports figures, right? Anybody into sports? I'm not a big sports guy. I like to play sports. Now I say that and people look at me funny, like, no, I like to play sports. I am not a big I don't like to watch sports. I find it boring. That's probably some people are like, yeah, there's something wrong with you. Now they're boring to me to watch. But we have sports heroes, right? We have movie heroes, which I really don't like, movie actors kind of heroes. We have Marvel heroes. We have DC heroes. Okay. Clarify it in the comment. DC or Marvel, where do you land? This is a big debate for most people. DC or Marvel, where do you land on this one? We enshrine these guys. So tell me in the comment section, who is your hero? Okay. Fallible Man sounding up. Wait, Fallible Man, that's me. I'm commenting on my own video. I'm good. Just how good am I? I'm that good. Yes, and I wholeheartedly agree. I think that was my wife commenting that. I love DC. I'm a Batman guy. And, I'm sorry. I know that breaks Dave's heart. He's a Superman guy. But, guys, who is your hero? Shout him out. And guess what? It doesn't have to be a comic book character. It doesn't have to be a movie character. It can be somebody like your father or your brother, or maybe you're a Tesla guy because you just love invention and technology. Who is your hero? Shout it out in the comments, guys. I like to hear what you have to say. And it's a whole lot more fun when you guys are joining in the comments. But let's look. We want to talk about heroes. Does Columbus deserve today, or does the guy who built his ships deserve the day? Hey, Michael, it's good to see you, man. Thanks for joining. Elon Musk. Yep, Elon does a lot of really cool things. I am fascinated. That man is just incredibly intelligent. I'm curious to see where all he goes and if he actually makes it to a colony on Mars. That would be kind of cool. If anybody has a chance, I think it might be him. But guys, who deserves more credit? Columbus, are the guys who built a ship capable of sailing them across the ocean on such a vast voyage, right? Consider the engineering feats to build a ship to take that kind of voyage at that point in history, right? We all know the 1492 Columbus sailed the ocean blue that we learned in school. Well, 1492, they built ships that made it across. So Columbus was the captain. Did he sail the boat? I don't know. Maybe he did. Correct me if I could be wrong. Was he just the captain, or did he actually sail the boat? Now, I know Columbus made some other trips. He went through the other side of the Mediterranean first, heading towards Asia. That didn't work out so well. Let's see. Dave saying, my dad is one of my heroes. David Dallin is a hero of mine. Oh, I'm going to share that because you're going to make me cry. David Dallin is my father. And Amelia Boone is my OCR hero. Elon Musk is definitely a sports hero. our tech hero. Amelia Boone is awesome. If you guys don't know who Amelia Boone is, she is just an incredible OCR competitor, just an amazing woman. So Dave's saying he didn't actually sail it. He was the commander. So who deserves the better credit? The guy sailing the boat or the guy who just got the financing, right? I think often we don't consider that the person who's remembered isn't always the person who actually did the lion's share of the work. Let me ask you this. We don't know who built Columbus's ships. Who held and took care of Genghis Khan's horses when he wasn't on it? Genghis Khan changed the face of warfare by introducing cavalry. That's where the cavalry charge started, guys, was Genghis Khan. His archers on horseback revolutionized warfare. It's why he easily just destroyed everything in his path with no problem, because he changed warfare entirely. But who was the guy back at camp taking care of Khan's horses when Genghis Khan was busy pillaging or resting for the night? Right? The horses being up to snuff to be ready to go into battle, that was really kind of critical. The Mongolians have always been horse people, but who is that guy? Because without his horse, Genghis Khan might have had some problems. We get focused on the one name that we recognize, and sometimes we underestimate the value and importance of the other people involved in the story, because the story is bigger than one person. You guys, hey, if you haven't gone to, let's see if I can get it up here. Too many buttons to click. fallibleman.ck.page. Get your free copy of Becoming Unbreakable. There's a link in the description on the YouTube page. Get your free ebook, guys. A 70-page ebook. Becoming Unbreakable is about increasing your resilience, because, hey, life is rough these days, and I want you guys to win. I want you guys to have everything you can to arm yourself. Go put your email in, confirm your email. You're get a copy of it, then delete your email. I don't care if you stay on my mailing list or not, guys. That's entirely up to you, but go get your free ebook and just bump up your resilience. That was one of our first live streams, if you didn't get that. So go get the copy of the book. It was better than the live stream anyways. I put more work in on that. But guys, look at all the jobs that are critical in the world that get passed over all the time, right? We think about heroes, and we look at Superman and Batman, and those are incredible. We look at guys like Christopher Columbus, who are big in the history books, and Abraham Lincoln, who was an outstanding man and president. But sometimes we forget that everybody else helped them get there, right? I've never seen someone get anywhere on their own at all. So, I mean, look at all the unsung heroes. Look at the first responders who deserve so much love and credit and support from our communities, right? Whether that's the ambulance people, the paramedics, the firemen, the police officers. I have several police officers friends, and I mean, they make a difference in the world. Look at our teachers. Look at our truck drivers. If you haven't noticed right now, right, we're having shortages. And one of those things is truck drivers. Truck drivers keep this country moving. Unsung heroes, guys. We look at those big rigs and go, but those guys are keeping our life the way we know. We can't live without them. What about construction workers? You drive by the guys on the highway doing highway construction, and you're like, oh, I got to slow down for highway construction. I hate slowing down for highway construction. But because, we're all in a hurry for some reason. But look at those people fixing the roads. What happens if our roads break down? Well, some of us got four-wheel drives, but not everybody does. And you really don't want to take the four-wheel drive road some of the distances we travel these days. Look at the construction workers who are building homes, who are building businesses, who are building restaurants to keep us going. These are unsung everyday heroes that their names are never going to be recorded in the history books, but our society can't function without them. Now, guys, if you're getting something out of this, be sure and like or comment. If you're not commenting, join the conversation. We have way more fun when everybody talks in the comments. I love interacting with you guys. I love talking to you guys, period. But be sure and like. It helps with the algorithm. Now, I want to present you with a couple thoughts on this. Thought number one is a hero never got there alone, right? We already said that. So here's 3 things I want you to think about as we talk about that. Ooh, let's see if I can get here. Make all this technology work together. 3 thoughts. See, I told you, I even prepared. You are somebody's hero, guys. Whether you realize it or not, you are absolutely somebody's hero. That might be a child in your life, whether you have your own children or a niece or nephew, or it's a kid at church or your friend's kid. You are somebody's hero. Maybe you're your spouse's hero. Maybe you're your parents' hero. You have no idea. There are people watching you. What's up, Jay? Glad to see you. Welcome to the show, man. You are somebody's hero, whether you know it or not. And it's important when you live your life every day that you realize there are always eyes watching you. It is so important for you to know. You are somebody's hero, whether you think yourself a hero or not. We often underestimate ourselves because we're not necessarily going to be, hey, 200, 300 years from now, we're not going to have a Brent day. I don't think we're going to have a fallible man day. And that's okay. But for somebody, you are that hero, guys. You have to understand that and believe that about yourself. You got to live accordingly. Second thought, you enable other people to be heroic. The choices you make, the person you choose to be, the individual you conduct yourself as, you enable other people to be heroic by who you are. And that is super important. The choices you make allow other people to shine. They allow other people to step up and be the people they can be. By your own choices, you are enabling other people to reach heights and potential they didn't even realize were possible sometimes. And that is incredible. Number 3 is your roles. Your role matters to somebody. You may not always feel like it. And there are a lot of people. We've been going through a hard time. In case you missed it, there's been some, pandemic type things going on in the world. And it's a little crazy. But, in case you somehow slept through all of 2021 or 2020, it's been a rough year and a half. And there are a lot of people struggling mentally and emotionally right now who need to hear this. So if you are tuning in on the replay or you are watching live, let me tell you, look me square in the eyes. Your role matters to somebody. Who you are, the person you are, matters to somebody. Don't feel like you're alone. Don't look down on yourself. Don't look down on your life. I want you to understand you have value. And the role you play, whether you realize it or not, because eyes are always watching you, your role matters to somebody. You are not alone. We don't have individual organisms. That is such a crap concept. We like to be individual all the time and pretend we're super individuals, but guys, we're not. We have a symbiotic relationship with every other human on this planet. I'm not going to get all touchy-feely about it, but guys, you matter to somebody. Your role matters to somebody. And it is important that you understand that you bring value. That is just part of who you are. Now, guys, I'm not going to get super long-winded on this one. So type your hashtag Manly Monday if you want to be in on the drawing. I'm going to check my email, see if we got any questions going on. And guys, if you got any questions in the comment section, shout them out or fill out the form, post it either on Facebook or on YouTube. I'd love to have some of you guys on to talk and ask questions. We don't have to talk about the theme of today's show specifically. But guys, I love interacting with you. So I'm checking my email real quick over here before we go to drawings. Nobody loves me. Okay. Nobody wants to be live on air. That's fine. I don't always want to be live on air, so I get it entirely. But guys, type hashtag Manly Monday. I'm going to go over here to this other tab because I know I have it somewhere. Last chance, everybody type Manly Monday. I'm going to get this in here to share a screen so you can see this is a legitimate drawing. It is not rigged. I promise. Okay, let's add it to the stream. Let's see. There we go. Everybody, if you want the coffee mug, this is a sexy looking coffee mug, guys. I love this thing. I'm so happy with the way this turned out from my producers or my supplier, however you say that properly in business terms. Last chance, hashtag Manly Monday, and here we go, guys. Who's it going to be? I need sound effects to go with this. I don't know if my sound effects work. Jared, congratulations to our winner, Jared Holmgren. You've won yourself a Manly Monday coffee mug. This is a lovely 15-ounce coffee mug because, guys, if you know me, I don't do coffee small, and this is as big as they would make me. The other option was 11-ounce, and I don't know, it was smaller. So, hey, this is a 15-ounce coffee mug. Congratulations to Jared. I will reach out and get your address from you to send this, brother. Guys, thanks for hanging out on the live stream. I know that I am new at this, and I appreciate all you guys who keep coming back for the show. It is incredible to get to interact with you. Thanks for putting up in me on this learning curve. We need to push the podcast out there. Thank you, brother. That's very complimentary. I really appreciate that. Guys, as always, be better tomorrow because of what you do today, and we'll see you on the next one.